Here's some other kind of off the top things I collected. So going through it, as someone asked, I know Jace isn't here, but someone said, what is Jace most excited for this year on the tech side of the QU business?
Well, everybody knows Jace gets excited about all sorts of things, so he's easily excitable. Um, so, well, everybody saw the announcement, or most people, I assume, saw the announcement that we made about our relationship with Mazzalo. There's been a lot of progression in the Indian government over the last month in terms of their rulings on cryptocurrency and what they're going to be doing there. Basically, the net of it is they're going to allow it. They're just going to tax the shit out of it. So there's good news, bad news there. We have a lot of interest in what's happening in terms of reward-based, sorry, the racing outside. We have a lot of interest in rewards-based models for viewership. We're committed to being free. And one of the ways to leverage free even further is to actually reward viewers for the time spent watching the programming through advertising campaigns.
This leads into another question here, just to give you both of them.
Okay, sure.
Any launch of gamification / social commerce pending? This kind of leads into the gamification side, I feel.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, what people may or may not be aware of is we just did a gold coin promotion on our channel, on the Hindi channel, where you got gold coins. You had to take a picture of yourself watching the channel, enter the contest. We created an email list of, gosh, I should know this number because it's been told to me in Lack, but I think it would be about 500,000 entrants into that contest. 400 to 500,000 entrants, which is huge in a couple of weeks, massively successful for us. And it was completely what would be called a gamified promotion. It was literally, you could win money. You know, people have heard those on radio for years and that sort of thing, but it was hugely successful for us. We just had the discussion this week about, you know, what we're going to do next in that area. So yes, adding interactivity, gamification, to answer the question about Jace and to combine that with where we're headed, is Jace's #1 priority in 2022 is to work with the team in India to roll out more interactive programming in ways that we can do that, not just on the Hindi GEC channel, but on the Marathi channel, on the animation channel, on connected devices, and on any other channels we may or may not roll out in 2022.
Amazing. Oh, love it. Hey, that's incredible news. So fantastic. I'm sure there's going to be some, you know, deeper dives we can do about that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, interactivity and gamification is a massive discussion point and development point, I would say, for the company going forward.
Amazing. Fantastic. So here, I got two last ones. So one was, how's the relationship with Brand Capital? Despite the share price stuff, how's the marketing going? Have they started? And what's that relationship looking like today?
Yeah, our relationship with Brand Capital is great. I mean, they are disappointed with the share price, like we all are. There's nobody who's happy about the share price, and that starts with me. So, you know, but they don't call me up bitching and complaining about the share price. They're businessmen. They know things go up and down, et cetera, et cetera. They're extremely happy with the relationship. Whether they re-up the relationship or not, we haven't made those decisions yet. They don't have to make that decision yet. The working relationship with Times of India is extremely strong. They're bonusing out stuff to us all the time. The purpose of that relationship is for them to help us grow our business in India. That's why they do it. That's why it's called Brand Capital. And so a big thing for us is that we get exposure in newspapers, on buses, on trains, on commercials, on all sorts of ways. And that helps us actually gain the attention of digital content creators and influencers in India. So the halo effect of what we get from the Times of India promotion for influencers in India has been extremely helpful. And we've got, you know, top influencers now who are contacting us on an inbound basis. And that's never happened before. And I think a lot of that is attributable to the Brand Capital relationship. So you know, they have a board observer seat. They know what's going on. And I would say our relationship with them is very, very strong and positive.
Amazing. Perfect. Well then, so here, last question I got. Any recent roadblocks for QYOU, or are we firing on all cylinders?
Yeah, I mean, we're firing on all cylinders except for our stock price. I mean, the one bummer of the last 3 months related to QYOU Media is our share price. That's it. If we were trading, I mean, look, I want to get to $1 as much as everybody else does, obviously. But if we were trading at 50 cents right now, I'd say, okay, you know, we're still pushing to get to $1, but 50 cents is reasonable. I can't sit here and jump up and down and bitch and complain about the fact that the company's valued at 200 million Canadian dollars, 150 million US. I think that's where we should be right now. I think we still got stuff to prove to people to drive that further. We still have the goal of building a multi-billion-dollar business. A company that was just purchased this week is called MX Tok Tok. That didn't exist 2 years ago. It's when TikTok got banned in India, they jumped in and became a TikTok, you know, lookalike app. Well, the reason it's called MX Tok Tok is because it's rode on top of MX Player. MX Player, when I talk about reaching an audience, reaches hundreds of millions of people in India on a weekly basis, and they just sold that platform for $600 million, okay, US dollars, okay? That's because they leverage the platform that MX has, what I call the loudspeaker, to get out to people and push their app in a way that none of the other TikTok imitators could push it. And so you know, what people have to look to is that we're building a platform and we're building the loudspeaker through the channel business right now. I spend most of my time on a daily basis, now that we have a complete management team and the 3 business units in the company, working on and dealing with Jace and with the top management in the company on where we're headed next. And the places where we're headed next are all going to leverage the tremendous position that we're in to have that kind of audience that we can hit through our channels business and through our VOD business on a daily basis. Again, is that going to happen next week? No, that's a 2022 agenda. Are we going to reap the benefits of that in 2023 and beyond? Absolutely. So we're in growth mode right now, and we're in a place where, you know, when anybody wants to look at India, Google India and look at what's happening in terms of the economy of India and the growth of India. Anybody wants to look at what's happening in the creator economy, Google and read about the growth and power of TikTok right now, the power of Instagram. Instagram's completely changed its model into driving through to Reels right now. If you go onto Instagram, you'll quickly find yourself unknowingly into the Reels part of Instagram, where you're watching their TikTok version of Instagram. That's why YouTube is going into the YouTube Shorts thing and dealing with that. We're right in the middle of all of that in every part of our business. And so that's why we're so bullish on how we get to $1 and beyond $1. That's why we're so bullish on what's happening in each of our business units that are all enmeshed in those worlds. And that's why we think we're going to be a highly valued business going forward. Just not today. We're not today. And I can't manage the business based on the shitty stock price that we have today. I've got to manage it based on where we believe we'll go to drive the value that we all know we can get.
Yeah, incredible. Look, I want to, thank you for taking the time to do videos like this as well. And, on behalf of everyone as well, thanks for your questions that you sent in. I know we're pushing through, but, seems like a very exciting 2022 ahead. And, of course, going to do more Q&A videos going forward. Of course, ask questions as people have them. We're constantly looking at what people are saying. And again, Kurt, thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. I like I said, we're optimistic, very optimistic about the future. So onward from here.
Perfect. Well, hey, looking forward to doing another one of these soon.